ready for a wild ride? It's Park Talk Radio. D&B taking shots with hot takes as their ammo. We're talking theme parks, news updates, rides and more. Hold on tight, cause we're about to soar. Talking park, we won't hold back, we're letting it all out. Talking park, get your ears ready, cause we're gonna shout. We'll dive into the ride, some anecdotes, and all the fun. No filter here, just two guys trying to be number one.
Yes, it is time to talk some park at Park Talk Radio, recording on a Saturday, June 1st, because we are a topical show, and we talk about relevant news stories about what happened in the past week since our previous recording. And it is on Saturday. This is episode 18, Barely Legal. Bill here with my good buddy Dave. Dave, what's our words of wisdom to open up tonight?
Don't try to seduce me with your knockers, ladies. I'm Beaver free till further notice.
Close it up. Post up the sign. We are shutting it down. This is a dry zone. Chastity belts engaged. We can now...
Beaver free till further notice. I've been rewatching Blue Mountain State, and it's a great show. Have you ever seen it?
No, I don't watch, listen, or engage with anything that you enjoy. It seems no putty tang. I'm putty free. Going strong.
Sorry. Have you watched Reacher?
Jack Reacher?
Just Reacher?
No, the answer is no to both.
Okay. All right. So Blue Mountain State, there's a guy in that series, and he's the guy that quote came from. His name is Thad Castle in the show.
Oh.
He plays the new Reacher, Alan Rickman. He was also in the Hunger Games and some other things. He's actually from about 10 minutes from where I live. So, but he's hilarious, and that
Alan
show
Rickman?
is hilarious. Alan Rickman. He's
Wait, I thought
Alan
about
Richson. Sorry,
Alan Rickman dead.
Yeah, sorry. That's where R.I.P. Snape. No,
I
Alan
see the relevance
Richson.
now. Alan Rickman, Harry Potter, Alan Richman, his brother, Reacher, Thad.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go. No, if you haven't watched Blue Mountain State, it's hilarious.
What is it? A TV show?
So it's a TV show on Netflix. They had 3 seasons. It was on Spike TV. It is a
Spike
it is
TV.
It is a raunchy comedy about a college football team. It is very much, you can't compare it to something like Animal House, but it is very much like an American Pie-esque, Animal House-esque, college comedy. There's 3 seasons. The episodes are about 21 minutes long without commercials. You got to go check it out. They're hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I see.
Blue Mountain State.
Spike TV, famous other shows, the Man Show, the first network for men. Yeah. I remember this stuff. Stripperella. Yeah.
Telling you got to go watch Blue Mountain State. It's comedy gold.
I don't know. Thad
Comedy
Richmond. Comedy gold.
Thad
Beaver
Castle.
season officially canceled.
Get your muffs out of my face, ladies.
Oh yeah. Big Dave's problem is too much muff. Can't swat it away quick enough.
I've been beaver free ever since I got married legally, so.
Oh, then what are we going on this fucking cruise for? What am I spending all this money on? I told there was a wedding going on.
Oh yeah, we are getting married on a cruise.
Oh,
so
are you married or
I'm
not?
getting some beaver at sea, boys. Beaver at sea.
Wet, raw, and uncensored. We're taken to the high seas. We'll be rocking and rolling as the waves crash into the stern. Park Talk Radio at sea.
Anal at sea.
It is episode 18.
If you don't have anal on your wedding night, is it really love?
Yeah. full of
Okay.
love for that sweet, sweet booty hole. It is episode 18. Thanks for joining us on Park Talk Radio. We talk about theme parks here, if you couldn't tell. Alan Rickman, right?
I'm sure they guessed from the Beaver quote that we talk about theme parks.
Alan
Richardson. What we tied it into Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Oh,
so
yes.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're about to unveil. Here's a quick hit for you. They're about to unveil some new wand stations within both Diagon Alley Wizarding World and Hogsmeade Wizarding World at Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios Florida. And Alan Rickman is not anywhere seen in the land, is he? He's not on the ride.
No, he's not.
No, well, never mind. No Alan Rickman at all.
If you go down I-4, you can see Bruce Willis pushing him out a window of the eyesore on I-4 and him falling to his death. But his name's Hans Gruber.
Yeah, but don't worry. I promise. That's actually Snape. It's a pseudonym.
It only happens on Christmas Eve.
Thanks for joining us for another exciting, thrilling, captivating episode talking about some theme parks and other things internationally. If you'd like to join us on social medias at Park Talk Radio on all them socials, Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, TikTok. And we got some excellent TikToks out there these days. Many, many, many views. Producer Brennan's doing a great job. He's our editor and production staff member who takes care and puts out those sweet TikToks.
I will say, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt,
No,
but
I'm just on a roll trying to talk.
Brennan does a great job. I just want to throw that out there because I will be scrolling through my For You page, and I'll scroll, and I've got a lot of theme parks on my For You page, and I'll see
our stuff.
I'll see a TikTok I really enjoy. I'm like, damn, who is that? And then I look, and it's our stuff.
You're not subscribed to us?
I am, but when you're scrolling, you don't realize it until you look.
Oh, I have no fucking clue. I don't use it.
They are very good videos because they catch my eye every time, and it's our stuff.
Wow.
And I didn't even know it.
Got a good-looking producer out there capturing the media in the hot summer sun of old theme park land, Florida. So be sure to give us a follow, give us a like, share us, love us, engage with us. We'd love to chat with you. It costs you nothing to share the show with a friend, a colleague, or anybody. If you want to take out a billboard for us, that might cost you something, but we'll be mighty appreciative. You can also leave us some voicemails. We've gotten 2 weeks in a row of voicemails, and we're about to do a 3 for here, a little hat trick, a bit of a turkey on the voicemail section. We got 2 tonight.
We don't need a soundboard.
Oh, we do. Can't afford it. We need...
Nah. If you want to donate to our Patreon.
Well, that doesn't exist. Yeah, Podfather Fisher says we need it. Your show sounds like shit. Listen to me. We did 300 episodes. I know more than you do. Go buy this $500 podcasting machine. So
Let us borrow your soundboard, Fisher.
Oh, don't call it a soundboard. He's gonna get big mad. It's way more than that. It's the Rodecaster Pro recording system.
Let us borrow the Rode Masturbator Pro system. No, that we've used that before for other things, and that is a badass Rodecaster.
Oh yeah, it makes recording easy. You record 3 hours, then you get yelled at for
absolutely.
recording too much. It's like, oh god. There's no pleasing people out there. There's no pleasing your teachers, your mentors, fathers, and father figures, Just can't do right by them. But you can do right by leaving us a voicemail. 407-490-2220. You could also send us a text message. We've not got a single text message yet, Dave, and that's kind of disheartening. It's way easier. It's anonymous. You don't have to tell us nothing. We'd love to hear about your park visits, what you're doing, if you have something on your mind. If you just want to chit-chat with somebody, I'll text you back. Bill will be there to keep you company some days. If you're in the park or any theme park and you just want to give a little shout out of how's it like, what are the wait times, just send us a voicemail. We'll play it. Free to go. I'm running out of small things to send in the mail, but I have a couple more things I can send out. So if you leave a voicemail, I'll send you something in the mail if you don't mind sharing your home address with me. Free of charge.
And we would love some in-park Wall of Shames. If you see something happen in the park that you don't like, call us immediately while you're in the park and leave us that Wall of Shame.
Oh yeah, get a first interview experience of that person.
It happens every time I go to the parks. I get a wall of shame where I'm like, what the hell is this person doing?
So, producer
give
Brandon
it
and I
to
will
us.
play bingo.
Give us those live wall of shame.
Live. Some of the bingo squares we have, there's a kid having a meltdown. There's a younger couple having a nasty fight about the breakup in the theme park.
Oh, that was me and my old lady at Horror Nights a few years ago. We made it through 2 houses.
The sun was still up. Nope. That's it. Fucking done. But we love the engagement. We love the posts. Our buddy Joe Cool give us wait time notifications when he's in the park with his crew. A lot of good stuff. Now, jumping into our first opening segment, we don't have a whole lot of recap. We got some Disney news. We got some Seaworld news, and we got some Universal news today. And we're going to talk more about some Halloween Horror Nights 2024 at Universal Orlando. As you recall on episode 17, the last one, they released a house the day after we recorded. We knew there was another one coming. We could not make the schedule sync up so we could have that already released. So we're going to jump into that a little bit, as well as some Epic Universe news coming out here. First thing I want to go on here, Dave, is a little park visit I went on. And it was today.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Hot as shit. Not too busy. Went over to Universal Orlando Resort. And there's actually a news story that I can tie in with this, but we'll get to that a little later. I'll mention it. First thing, and here's a live wall of shame. I'll give you here, fresh, free of charge, and I'll give you another one later. I'm pulling into the parking garage. And most schools around the country are out for the summer. If not, they're about to be. Local schools, Florida is done. And a lot of the colleges are done. Now, there's this family in front of me. They have either a rental or they drove down from Kentucky. Not to make any sweeping declarations on people from Kentucky, but they sure acted like some fucking dumb people.
Steven's from Kentucky, so I can see
that
it.
scans, dude. That absolutely scans out. I'm trying to pull in, and just like any large parking lot or a theme park parking lot, you're pulling down, the team member or the cast member are directing you into the spots. There's a lot of issues where I have with this, where there's some big dumb trucks that are lifted or too big. They'll fit in the spots, but the dumbass driver clearly has no idea how to get their big rig truck nut, small wiener boy vehicle in between the lines. So they take up 2 to 4 spots. The minivan in front of me, they pulled in. So the Kentucky tourists are in front of me, and to my right are this older another minivan full of old people. Not any of those Lynx buses or we're taking the old folks home out on a field trip. No, just a random assorted group of older folk. The people to the right, they start getting out of the car before I can pull in, and they're just standing in the spot, looking at me. And the driver, a slightly younger middle-aged guy, he starts waving me in. It's a fucking old man right in front of me. I can't go. I'm stuck. He keeps waving me in. I'm directing my hands towards the old man. The old man won't move. You gotta beat it. Old man finally moves. Car in front of me. They just now, after about 2 minutes, are now getting out of the vehicle. Kentucky minivan. It's a family of 4. 2 kids, parents. I'm not pulled in yet because I'm still kind of waiting for old man to get out of the way. And the other guy stopped waving his hand. Person in front of the family Kentucky van in front of me. They get out. Got to open the trunk. Got to get the stroller out. Kid's too big for the stroller, mind you. Without any further insight to it or thought process, they look too big. Get to stepping. Walk around the theme park. Have fun, goddammit. Trunk comes open. Gotta take the stroller out. They start setting up the stroller in the fucking parking spot. Old people van is now, they're completely gone. I'm sitting here. I put my hands on my chin and I start resting it on the steering wheel.
It does not take much to park at a theme park if you have common sense. And
park and walk to the other fucking side of the lane and get your shit situated.
I don't park in the parking garage that often because I stay on site, or if I don't drive to the parks that often.
Yeah, you take the transport.
Yeah, but it does not take common sense to park in those parking garages. Or all it takes is common sense. Actually, you could do it brain dead, but
Sweeping statement. Brain dead man parks. Sorry, they're people. They look like people that would say original IP. So something is wrong with them. They open the trunk. Stroller comes out. They start setting up the stroller. Of course, the boy child, he has to be one that closes the fucking trunk. He can't reach the button to close the trunk, so he's hopping up and down. Can't reach it. They're setting up the stroller still. The younger girl child goes back into the car. Mom's on her phone, just dicking around, standing in the parking spot that I'm actively trying to get into. I'm just trying to fit snug, park, so I can go into the fucking park, have a good day with my dad, and go get some drinks and see the new shit. No, they're still fucking around with the stroller. The kid's still jumping up and down. Finally, they close the thing. Stroller's getting set up. Is now set up. The little girl's out of the car. They start walking away. Yet the wife mother still standing in the parking spot looking at her phone. They're going back into the trunk. The trunk's all of a sudden open again.
I love that phones are such a staple of theme parks nowadays. I don't get it though.
What do you need to do in
When I
the
go to the
parking
parks-
lot? You don't need to do that. You got to put it through the security machine.
Well,
X-rays.
here's my thing. When I go to the parks, my usage goes down tenfold. The only time I get on my phone is if I'm in line, and usually there's not great cell service in those lines anyway. So, and
Yeah,
even
I
in
don't
the
want to talk
lines-
to my fucking family. I don't
even
want
in
to
the
talk
lines,
to
I
you.
don't tend. Well, even in the lines, I don't tend to use them because the queues are so magnificent at Universal.
And you're not waiting that long.
Mm-mm.
I'm beside myself at this point, Dave. I reel myself in because I'm not trying to get trespassed from a fucking theme park. I'm not going to roll down my window and scream, as I might do later in the evening.
We all know that's the case. Both of us
But
together is a
get the
shit
fuck
show.
out of the way. Take your stroller, take your phone, take your snacks, take your sunscreen, take all your garbage. Go to the other side of the parking lane where everyone's already parked and allow me to pull into my spot. I don't need the old folks home waving at me when they're actively straddling the parking lines and dumb Kentucky family not having a goddamn clue what's going on. They just paid $38 to park. Better dwaddle. Better just stand here and waste all our fucking time. Holy shit. Unbelievable.
That would piss me off too.
Oh, I finally get through security. They have the new Visa rewards booth set up at the security hub. It's like the old American Express one. Big giant screen, but no interactivity, no augmented reality crap, which, that's fine. Keeps the lanes moving a little bit faster. And they got a deal going on right now. If you sign up for their top tier credit card, which is $100 a year, they'll give you a $200 gift card plus 2 refillable souvenir cups that are good for the whole day. It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah,
At least for the first
if
year.
you can get approved for it.
Well, don't be poor. Simple as that.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, we're gonna attack everybody. I mean, if you're going to the
Hey,
theme park,
don't
you can't be that poor.
AKA don't have children.
Well, we can't help ourselves. I mean, sometimes you don't get to decide.
No, I got like 6 baby mamas. So
Oh, it's at least 6 different credit cards you can open then. You have all their identities, I'm sure, they can steal and utilize. Fully endorse it. Steal an identity, get yourself the Universal Visa. With the top tier one, $100 a year, you get 4% cash back on every purchase within the parks. And the big
So if I
money.
spend $400, I get $4 back.
Hell yeah, brother.
Fuck yes.
And then you put it on your credit card and then you don't pay it and then you default.
Nope. Let it go to collections.
Go
baby.
to Hard Ice for free. Let me tell you this one simple trick.
Feel like, oh no, I
No,
just
that's
bought
not me.
ibuprofen. I bought a shit ton of ibuprofen with that. That's medical debt. You can't get me for that.
I don't think that's how that works.
It works for me.
Ugh. Must be a cop special.
No, it doesn't work for me.
No, I'm sure it works less. So you got that, and they got a brand newly opened exclusive Universal Visa card holder lounge, which is over on the Universal Studios side. And it's restricted
Is
to
that
the top
any
tier
Visa?
ones.
Oh,
No, the Universal
there you
top
go.
tier Visa. You got to pay that $100, buddy.
I got a Visa.
Oh, yeah.
Let me in.
I think it's the most popular card. I think nearly everyone has at least a Visa in their pocket or wallet. So I did not get to go in there. There are pictures available online. I wonder if I can hunt them down for you. No promises I'll post them, because if I can't find them, you don't get them.
I bet you it's better than Club 33.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you got to pay for the food in Club 33. Your $10,000 a year don't get you dick.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then there's a member fee of tens of grand. The Visa Lounge at Universal, there's charging stations, you get free water. There is concept art, and there might be a statue or some sort of ride vehicle in there, mayhaps.
Oh, like a little maquette.
Yeah. Full Velocicoaster vehicle in there.
Oh.
No, met up with my dad. We hit Confisco's for lunch, which it's okay. Not too bad. I had chicken wrap and a Seafarer Spice, which is a Caribbean style rum that has very little flavor. Big on the spice, though, with the rest of the ingredients. And we kind of just bopped around. Rode Velocicoaster, went over to Watering Hole. And for our drinkers out there, if you want a good deal, head to the Watering Hole in the Jurassic Park area. Get yourself one of those souvenir drinks, which is a freshly made on-site in front of you cocktail. It's about $19. If you bring the cup back, $5 off. $13 beverage, ready to go.
Not bad. Not
Yeah.
bad.
Rode Velocicoaster, walked out, went back over to Universal Studio side, went to the tribute store, picked up a new hat, and then we went and hung out with our good buddy Matt over at Duff Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Go, Matt.
Hopefully that place is still around and kicking for a long time, though we know Simpsons days are numbered.
Yeah. You say, just go and get your goodbyes in.
Yeah, probably. At least between now and 2027. I would rest on the sooner side than the later one, I would say. We went and hung out with him, got a drink. He always makes them top notch. Full liquor bar there for our friends who've never been. They also got the Duff Light, Duff, and Duff Dry, which they do not advertise. And then
And the Buzzkill. They got
and
the Buzzkill.
Yep. The PTR Dave original, he made the drink Buzzkill.
I did make up that drink. And now people I don't even know order it. They tell me. So it's a Buzz Cola with whiskey in it. So I mean, it's nothing that special.
Yeah. Jack Daniels and grenadine.
Jack Daniels, diet soda, and grenadine.
Oh, yes,
Diet
nice.
grenadine.
Diet grenadine.
It's diet
Sugar-free.
grenadine as well.
Clog you up.
But I was one of the first people to ask for that drink, and then I named it the Buzzkill, and now people order that I don't even know. So it is.
It's real popular on Hard Nights, man. You're a trendsetter.
Go order a Buzzkill. Tell them Dave sent you. They'll know exactly who.
They have no
we're
fucking
talking
clue.
No, they won't.
Well, Matt and maybe Beebs.
Matt and Beebs. That's the
Maybe
only two.
Beebs. As we're walking up, Matt said, "Dang, you just missed it. I just got this dude hit with a fake ID."
I actually helped Matt out one time.
I told my dad, I knew like Dave will have at least one story about fake ID ready to go when I bring this up tonight.
So I actually have about 100 fake IDs with me right now.
Yeah, you wear them as a
they're not
necklace
mine.
around your neck. You're a fucking animal.
They're confiscated. But when I was at the parks one time and I was just sitting at Duff drinking. It wasn't a Horror Nights time, but I'm just sitting there drinking.
An evening.
And
yeah.
just having an afternoon buzzkill. And this family comes up to the bar. Mom and dad order, brother orders, some of the other family orders, and then the kid orders. Well, they ID the kid. Kid said, "Oh, I don't have my ID."
How's he
Right?
look? How old does he look?
Oh, this kid had to have only been 18 years old. You know,
No way.
Young.
Legal.
So they go, "Okay, no problem." So they walk away for about 5 minutes. They come back. Mom orders another drink, turns around, walks it over to him about 10 yards away and hands it to him. So I said, and I'm not a snitch, but I'm a snitch.
I'm not a snitch, but I snitched.
Oh, I damn sure snitched. I don't want Matt to get in trouble. And even though once he
absolutely. And
once
there's a
he passes the drink off
Yeah.
Once he passes the drink off to the mom, he's not liable anymore. But I still was like, hey, Matt, she walked up and handed that right to the kid that
Had no ID.
didn't want to show his ID.
Or, didn't want to show it.
And
it's one drink
security
per
cam,
person limit at Universal. One drink per
security
person.
cam, and bada bing, bada boom.
See
No more
ya.
Universal for them.
Trespass.
So, trespass.
Trespass.
Oh, man. I actually, fake ID story.
I see.
Real quick. Last spring break, I was in a gas station. I had a kid in front of me. He's in front of me for about 10 minutes with a case of beer. Goes up to the counter, gives his ID over, and they go, it's not scanning, sweetheart. I said, I'll
Ooh.
take that. They handed me the ID, walked him out to my work truck, and his ID. This was about a teenage, Caucasian male. When I ran the ID in my computer, it came back to a 48-year-old African-American male. So it was not him.
Wait,
So-
what? Maybe you had the Michael Jackson deal.
Maybe so. And
Well, you just stole that guy's ID for no good.
I was like, dude, why would you stand in front of a cop for 10 minutes? He knew I was there. He saw me.
Were you in?
And then
were you dressed up?
try and use a fake ID.
You
I
in
was dressed
uniform?
up as a guy. Yeah.
I was dressed
Yeah,
up
I
in
was-
these cop uniform I got from Goodwill.
Yes. But yeah, tried to
God.
buy a case of beer right in front of me with a fake ID.
Oh, that's fucking great.
You can't fix stupid.
We had a great time with Matt. We saw some of the construction of the Lagoon show. There's a little building they're building across by the Starbucks in Universal Orlando that's allegedly to be used for the Lagoon show based on permits. Unsure. It could be looks more like it could be like a snack stand or a bar, which, hey, Fantasmic's got the right idea when you're over there in Hollywood Studios to watch the show. They got a full beer bar, snacks, merchandise. Since the second Fantasmic show happens after the park closes, and it's the only place to get loaded.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have an upcharge seating area.
Of course.
With drinks and stuff like Disney does for their shows.
The dessert, fireworks, and all that crap. Yeah. We'll see. That opens up on June 14th. They've made no announcements about any previews since, it's not ready yet. as evident by the building still being erected. And then on our way out, we saw some more construction, which will be a later topic for tonight's show. It was a nice little visit. Didn't do too many rides. Just hung out, had some food, had some drink, caught up. I believe my dad's going to Epcot tomorrow. I'll probably meet up with him to go to Hollywood Studios in the afternoon. So we'll have more park visits for next week's episode. Dave, you hit any parks the past weekend? It was Memorial Day. I'm sure.
I've been busy, dog.
Any good stories from Memorial Day working? Because you were not off.
None that meet the criteria for now.
Okay,
So
nothing good.
some okay stuff, but nothing that
Okay.
anybody wants to hear about right now.
Heard. Alrighty. Well, that is our opening. Let's jump into some news this week. Kicking off the top, this is breaking news, or at least breaking to me. This is occurring over in Tokyo DisneySea, which that is happening. They're ahead of us. They're in the future. So this is currently happening at their open operating park. That the the newly opened Fantasy Springs area at Tokyo DisneySea, they have the Anna and Elsa's Frozen Journey boat ride, which is a actual boat that goes in the water, and they are flooding. They are sinking into the fucking ride track. And there's a picture here from Japanese Twitter with a cast member squeegeeing the boat floor. That stinks, man. Brand new ride, just now opening. I think they're still in previews, and the fucking thing's sinking on us.
Yep, that's a little gnarly.
Oh man,
So, you
I
expect
don't
it
know
from
what
the
you do
Jungle
about
Cruise.
that.
You don't expect it I don't know.
Oh man, when was the Jungle
sure-
Cruise boat? That was a couple years back. They haven't had one of those in a little bit now.
Yeah, no. That's an oh shit moment for that park.
Tokyo DisneySea is by the Oriental company. Yeah.
Yeah.
They own it and they lease the Disney IP. And they usually are on top of their stuff. It's really disheartening, probably for these cast members, for the park, and for everybody involved. Like, oh God, our boat's sinking. Oh, unfortunate. Hate to see it.
Yeah, they'll fix it. They'll fix it quick.
Well, if all the boats have this issue, there's a critical problem with the construction. And what are they gonna do? Have a hey little Bobby, just stick your finger in this hole, plug it up while you ride on each boat.
They probably didn't put the plugs in.
Ah, we forgot to put the plugs in.
Yeah.
Classic blunder. Oh, let's see. What do we got next here, Dave? What do you want to talk about Disney wise? You got some stories we queued up. You know what we're going to talk about tonight. I gave you the little rundown, a little rub down, despite your anti-beaver stigma.
Well, speaking of beavers, Tiana seems like she has a really nice beaver. So we're going to talk about Tiana's beaver.
I don't know what she calls it.
Her
beaver's name.
Her beignet flavored beaver.
No. Don't call the show Tiana's beignet beaver.
Tiana's beignet beaver. Show title.
Don't call the show that.
So
I'm going to see if I can find that. You talk about the beaver.
Cast members as early as today, at least, have been able to get on the ride. Executives have been on the ride for a little over a week now, at least. And then the gentleman that made the song, that wrote the song for the final scene, have also gotten on the ride. There's been some other people who were gifted a little bit of an early access to Tiana, and the reviews are not great.
Oh no!
Oh no! From what I've heard, the music does not hit. The animatronics, when you've seen the new animatronics that Tokyo Disney is putting out, and then you look at these animatronics, they don't hit. You know, when you have something to compare it to. Now, are they great? Yes. But when you have the Tokyo animatronics that just came out to compare it to, people are a little disappointed. Not to say that your everyday run-of-the-mill guest is going to be disappointed with these animatronics, but we'll see how it goes, though, because as time goes on, people are going to have that stigma about this attraction because they love Splash Mountain. We'll see how
a internal
comes
dislike.
Along. Yeah. We'll see how this comes along when you have your run-of-the-mill guest getting on there. I think kids are going to love this attraction more than they love Space Mountain or Splash Mountain.
Whoa, Space Mountain.
It gives these, your average run-of-the-mill guest is going to be able to connect more with Tiana, and your younger generation who has never heard of Song of the South or didn't grow up listening to Zippity Doo-Dah Zippity Day from the sing-along VHSs that we used to get as kids, I think your everyday run-of-the-mill guest is going to appreciate this ride, but the people that are riding it now have given subpar reviews. So,
and you think the cast members would be lushing over it as they normally do with these previews, since this is one of the very few benefits they get as a cast member.
Usually an opening cast member for any attraction, no matter how bad the ride, is going to speak highly of it. But to throw that out there, I haven't heard any cast member reviews. I've only seen other reviews of people that were gifted early access to the attraction.
Mm-hmm. So I've not read a thing. I know Disney Parks Official did put out a POV, point of view, ride through of the ride already, which is wild.
I do not watch ride throughs until I go on the attraction.
Oh yeah, Beaver free. We're keeping with it. But Dave, what do you mean they don't like the animatronics? Didn't they just reskin the old animatronics from Splash Mountain? I don't think they installed a whole lot. They've removed a lot. There's less animatronics now than they had before.
I think they did add new animatronics for the Gator and the
Mama Odie.
Some new AAs, but still, you know, it's people, when you give them something new, even though it's a reskin, and you've got other rides opening up at another Disney park with grade A animatronics, and you have a new ride with animatronics that aren't up to par, people are going to talk about it.
Well, I think it comes back to what I said earlier. Don't be poor if you go to the theme park. U.S. Disney Park is being poor here and not putting a whole lot. And this is their big ticket item for this year and probably next year. While Tokyo Disney licensing the IP costs a lot of money. They're not being poor here. They're being rich. They're being wealthy, paying big money for sinking boats and great animatronics. There's going to be a lot of discourse, hatred, and but David, what about the mountain? There's no mountain now. It's Bayou Adventure, and there's no mountain in Louisiana. Such tired discussion. I can't say I did all the mountains. There's only 2 mountains now at Magic Kingdom. Where's my 3rd mountain?
Yeah.
Who the fuck? Why do you care? Why would anyone care about that? Just say I rode all the rides. I rode all the e-tickets. I rode the good rides. You care about saying I rode the mountains? I did all the mountains today.
Well, yes and no. Back in the early 2000s, Disney heavily promoted
the
mountains of the Magic Kingdom.
Oh,
you know, the mountain challenge. So
that's all they had.
Yeah.
What is you gonna do? Here's our big 3 rides, guys.
Unfortunately, to me, actually, I'm not. Never mind.
What did you change your mind on? Racially charged commentary?
It was not racially charged, but it was Disney trying to get in front of the racial curve and close down the Splash Mountain. And I don't want to go there. Unless you want me to. You want me to.
You can take it a couple different ways. I mean, Bob Iger reaffirmed that they're going full IP utilization in their parks for the majority of, if not all, their attractions and new lands. Tiana and Princess and the Frog is a enjoyed, appreciated, and accepted IP. It makes sense. It's not a mountain. It's not called a mountain inside the ride. I don't think there's a problem with it being where it's at or where it's situated. I think more Frontierland needs to be adjusted to have it fit in. Or,
I agree.
Take out Frontierland, which that would piss off a lot of people.
Splash Mountain was one of the greatest thematic attractions Magic Kingdom had. You know, it took a story that, you know, not a lot of people knew, and it made it something that people could connect with. And the music was great. The show scenes were great. There was nothing better than dropping down in the laughing place, or, you know, dropping down through the briar patch and then hearing zippity doo dah, zippity a.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a great thematic attraction. Space Mountain, where's the theme? You know, Thunder Mountain, there's a theme, but you don't know it by being on it. But Splash Mountain really puts you into the theme, and
yeah, you get a full story. The plot line makes sense.
And while it wasn't an IP, it was still a beautifully done attraction that I remember when I was a little younger. I used to be able to go, we were staying on site, and the first little free range I got from my parents when at Disney I was with my cousins, and they let us go to the parks, and we were probably about 15 years old. They let us go at night by ourselves.
Yeah.
And you know, they were having extra magic hours till, you know, midnight.
Whoa, free extra magic hours? The hell
back in the day, we used to stay on property, and you used to get those free extra magic hours.
Wow.
And I remember it being wintertime, nobody was on Splash Mountain at night. And we used to ride that thing over and over and over again. This is probably about the November timeframe, but you know, it's just, it had so much nostalgia. I know the parks are meant to be a museum, but it was one of the greater thematic attractions at Magic Kingdom.
Immersive. Yeah, I gotcha. I'm sure it's gonna be fine.
That being said, I'm sure I'm still gonna enjoy the attraction. I'm not harping on it. I'm not gonna sit here and be the Debbie Downer on it. I'm sure I'll enjoy it, but the reviews it's getting right now are not good.
Not hot,
but
and you have your most favorable crowd going in until they do the media preview, which will be nothing but blowing that hot air into the Beaver.
There's plenty of people that they get free media. They're gonna talk highly of it.
Make sure they stay on there.
But I mean, you know, this happens a lot with reskinned attractions. People are going to not be very fond of it until it starts to grow on them. You look at when they took away Wishes at Magic Kingdom, and then they brought, what was it, Happily Ever After afterward? You know, people were mad they took away Wishes. Wishes was a staple of the park.
Well, they had the sick girl singing the song.
Yeah, Wishes was a staple of the park for 15 years. It made me cry every time I went. And, you know, as a kid, I remember watching Wishes, and then, you know, I watched it growing up, and then they brought in, I think it was Happily Ever After that, and people hated it. People hated it. Yeah. But then it was there for many years, and then when they took that away, people raged.
They hated it. They hated it was gone.
They hated
and then they brought it back because the new show was so hated. The newer show was hated even more.
I mean, it's one of those things where when you change things, people are going to hate it for a little while, and then it's going to grow on people. So I think that's what's going to happen with Tiana.
Oh, I'm sure. Just like anything else. People are adverse to change. That's a natural human piece. I think we'll be lacking on the animatronics. I think that'll be the one thing that's really going to be a loss. There's going to be great, better ones like that. The alligator, I don't remember his name. He looks really cool. Mama Odie's probably going to be good. The Tiana one looks good. I'm looking at some statistics here. You know, Magic Kingdom, there were 68 audio animatronics, 103 in Disneyland. I don't see those numbers being the same.
I think some of this may not be factual at all, but something I think I heard somewhere, and this I don't know if this is true. I'm not saying this is fact, but I think some of the animatronics in Splash Mountain were also refurbished from other attractions as well toward the closing years.
I would believe that. I don't know for sure. I mean, the one thing I know, you know, they had over in Disney's California Adventure for the Hollywood ride that became the Monsters Inc. ride. They just put the yellow suits all over all those old ones.
Yes, that may have been what I'm talking about. Hey, listen, I'm not going to ride Tiana till you bring back Briar Bear in his sex swing with his legs all up behind his head.
You've been waiting a long time, buddy.
That's my favorite scene. He had his legs all behind his head. See his butt. Ooh.
He was really
sexy.
Spreading it.
Sexy.
Brer Fox didn't know what he had. The Tiana Bayou Adventure pass holder previews will be starting up in about 2 weeks' time. I think June 13th or so, June 14th. I will not be attending that. I will be unavailable. With the official grand opening of the attraction being June 28th. Now, I do have a reservation for that day, and they are doing the virtual queue. If I get the virtual queue, I will go on opening day, just like I have for many other attractions before. It's always a sight to see the deranged and super fans out there. Maybe I can get some live wall of shames.
For sure. Absolutely. Go buy up all the old Briar Bear and Briar Fox.
Oh, that's long gone. Long gone.
Sell it on eBay.
Also long gone. When they were closing it down or announced they were closing it down, that stuff started selling like hotcakes off the shelf. And I have a friend who used to work over there in that area. And they're like, yeah, it's gone. it's not going
Well,
back.
I remember the day they announced they were closing, people were going and buying trash bags full of stuffies, of plushes.
That
from the
and
attraction.
hoarding the free Ziploc bags you could put your phone into. They would hand out at the attraction's entrance queue and selling those on eBay. I do not have one of those. If I did, I'd send that in the mail to you for a voicemail. And to close up on Tiana here, Dave, I do have the name of her beaver. The official name of Tiana's beaver is Bahalia.
Bahalia Beaver.
Bahalia Beaver.
Bahalia Beaver.
Oh, God. And then to put the cap on don't be poor, be rich like Tokyo Disney. Tokyo Disneyland's Splash Mountain stands open, operating, and remaining with the original theme. Just like
yeah, because they're not worried about racism over there.
no, they're pretty non-accepting.
They are very
Yeah. Well, just like Universal Japan still has the only fully operating Jaws, Tokyo Disney has the fully operating Splash Mountain. And that's why we got rid of Jaws here. Racist.
You get your hands off me, you damn dirty shark.
Martin Brody, known local racist from New York, had to escape, had to leave the lower Bronx borough because he just got run out of town, escaped to Anthony Island in Martha's Vineyard where he's accepted.
He didn't kill that shark because it was eating people. He killed that shark because it was a white shark.
Great. Oh, but
Whoa, great white? Oh, screw that.
no. Not in my island. Good God.
No whites allowed.
Oh, goodness gracious. Right
This is the most politically incorrect episode we've ever done.
Incorrect, my friend. Incorrect. But incorrect just makes it even more incorrect.
We're politically incorrect. No white sharks in our neighborhood.
Oh. Right next door, in Adventureland in Magic Kingdom here on Florida side, they have now put a new notice of commencement permit filed into the Reedy Creek, Orange County bullshit. Now, we talked about last week that they put the notice of commencement permit in for Animal Kingdom to say, hey, we're going to build the trailers behind Dino Land, Dinorama Dinosaur, so we can then move the creative team in, build the parking lot, and then we'll start building the new Tropical America section of Animal Kingdom. A whole lot of fluff for many years down the road. Now, the one that we have here today that was posted only a day ago, a notice of commencement permit that has been filed and processed that the first sign for construction may finally be getting underway on the previously announced Pirates of the Caribbean Tavern at Magic Kingdom. You remember when they announced this, Dave? At a previous D23, which is the Destination Disney event.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Not 100%, but yeah.
Right.
I remember when they talked.
They announced it, right? This was back in September 2023. That on September 9th, 2023, at the Destination D23 event, they announced that a Pirates of the Caribbean themed tavern is coming to Magic Kingdom. Time frame and location was not given. The official word was the first of its kind of experience will extend the story of the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction, and Imagineers are currently in the design process and more details will be coming. And they released a single piece of concept art where they have the peg leg parrot standing on a sail, and there's a bunch of pirates, cartoon pirates in a tavern. Nothing a whole lot going on. And this was speculated, and there's still no real announcement made of what it's going to be, where it's going to be, what it involves. Is it a mocktail experience where you get some real special stuff? You know, Magic Kingdom and Disneyland do serve alcohol. Magic Kingdom serves at their sit-down restaurants. Is this going to be a completely enclosed full-service bar or similar to Uga's Cantina in Hollywood Studios in the Galaxy's Edge area where it's all pre-batched? No one knows. No one knows. They've not said nothing. All that to say, we are now here. It was September 2023. We are now in June 1st of 2024. The permit's been filed saying that it has listed the Caribbean Plaza as the location and has an expiration date of August 31st, 2025, meaning they can no longer do construction of that particular permit area after that time. It is set for now through end of August 25, which is a couple months longer than the typical 1-year expiration time frame on these permits for construction. And since it has made within the permit the location notice of the Caribbean Plaza, as well as the now closed, defunct former Pirates League venue, it sounds like they're going to put this little tavern into the old Pirates League thing. It's also important to note this permit does address that the Caribbean Plaza does include the initial outdoor covered portion of the queue, but not the actual Pirates of the Caribbean attraction itself. Permit address also covers the gift shop and the former Pirate League experience. If you're familiar with the situated little different spots within the Pirates of the Caribbean queue, ride, exit, you have the queue that enters, and then on the right, if you're facing the attraction entrance, on the right will be your gift shop, on the right will be your Pirates League empty defunct room building, and then to the right of that will be the gift shop. Pirates League is not huge, and if you're not familiar, this was similar to the Bibbidi Boppity Boutique, Bibbidi Boppity Boopity Boppity, Bibbidi Boppity Boopity Boppity. More set for pirates
we're not getting on that again.
All the way back to episode 1, baby. Pirates League was more targeted towards the younger boys instead of the princess version. And then they closed Pirates League during the COVID pandemic and it never reopened. It's been closed for nearly over 4 years. The room's not huge, and it's not as big as the Bibbidi Boppity Boutique experience. They could expand it into the gift shop. They could make a bit more of it, and it would make sense that it's fully enclosed. You sit down, and it still would maintain the thought process and the context of not having alcohol be freely poured and enjoyed in Magic Kingdom. It's in this enclosed building. It's only available inside. You cannot take it outside, and it would lead me to believe it's going to be similar to Uga's.
Yeah. That would make sense.
That said, this will be harder to get into than fucking Trader Sam's once it opens.
Oh God, I remember
because the room's not big. This room is not
Trader
big.
Sam's.
The Pirates League.
I think one time I did put myself on a list. I think it was like a 2-hour wait. Just to get
we waited
Trader
3
Sam's.
hours one time. We got there not too long after it opened. People will line up 2, 3, 4 hours beforehand to get on the waiting list, and they'll be nearly instantly admitted. You'll easily wait several hours if you want to go inside. You can get there's a to-go window outside by the pool, however.
But you don't get the show.
You don't get the show, no. But you can get everything else. You get the same drinks. You get the same food. You don't get the ambiance. You don't get the atmosphere. You don't get the vibes. You don't get the immersion. And you certainly don't get the AC.
Yeah, no.
This Pirates of the Caribbean Tavern, it's gonna be similar to Space 220 Bar, which that one has between 7 and 10 seats. I don't know for sure. This is over at Epcot. If you want the bar, it's first come, first serve, and it's walk-ups only. There's no wait list. This Pirates Tavern, I can't, unless they make it huge. Which I initially thought, and there's a lot of thought going down the same pathway here, they were going to turn Tortuga's Tavern into it, because that's a bit more space. They take out most of the kitchen area that they utilize, or they share with Pico's Bills.
Even when I was there in February, that's what we had talked about, that was...
It makes sense to go there, because it's a lot bigger. You throw up some walls, make it so it's Uga's, similar to the Disneyland version, where you can go to Uga's, they have alcohol, you can't take it out. I can already see myself getting very frustrated that I just want to go to the dang Pirates experience. That's going to be way cooler than any other Magic Kingdom hoops you gotta jump through to get a drink in there, unless you sneak it in, which is not hard to do. Highly recommend it. I really enjoy Skipper's Cantina, though. That's some good drinks, good beer, and we had a great time there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pretty good food, too.
Yeah. The permit expires again August 31st, 25. Between now and then, we will probably see this thing open, which, hey, you'll have Tiana's this year and then the Pirates Tavern next year. These are your big ticket items, folks. Speaking a little bit on Galaxy's Edge, we're coming up on the 5th anniversary of Galaxy's Edge here in Magic Kingdom. With that in mind, of course, they opened in 2019, 5 years ago. There's new merchandise. Of course. Limited edition shirt with a 5th anniversary embroidered on it and a 5th anniversary Star Wars Galaxy's Edge pin featuring an X-Wing, Rey, BB-8, R2-D2, Chewbacca, and an original character made for Galaxy's Edge, which I don't know and couldn't care less to remember. There's still a lot of frustrated people about Galaxy's Edge that it's not good. It doesn't live up to the hype. It's not what it should have been. And I just watched that 4-hour introspective video by, I can't remember her name, Jenny, on YouTube, where she goes into a huge, long dive about Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser and how they cut a bunch of stuff from Galaxy's Edge to put it onto the Star Cruiser, most notably the interactive Cantina dinner show. And now that's closed. And here we are, 5 years with Smuggler's Run, no new interactive videos or missions, unlike Star Tours, who has gotten several new scenes added over the years.
I just don't get how they didn't see that Star Cruiser was going to flop after a certain amount of time.
I think the hubris, man. They thought, hey, we can get them for all it's worth. They were sold out for 2-3 months. And then they doubled down and said, nah, we're not going to lower the price.
Anybody with half of a crystal ball could have seen that. It was going to flop.
Half a crystal ball.
Yeah.
Well, they have these. They have the new pin, the new shirt. If you want to go check it out, here's the name actually. V. Moradi. Do you know the classic Star Wars Galaxy's Edge character V. Moradi?
No, I do not.
Holy shit. And they've also, I don't know if this was a coincidence or a tie-in to the 5th anniversary, the new Ki-Adi-Mundi Legacy Lightsaber Collectible box set was announced, and this is one of the Jedi Masters on the Jedi Council. Do you know who Ki-Adi-Mundi is, Dave?
No.
Nope. He is the guy in the first 3 episodes. Hold on 1 second. I thought I was going to sneeze. I got fucking stolen. God damn it.
I was going to say, hello, everybody.
Hello. It's just, hello. Welcome to Dave.
Hello. Welcome to Dave's podcast. I'm just going to keep talking.
Ki-Adi-Mundi is the guy in episodes 1, 2, or at least episodes 2 and 3, where he's like that super tall wrinkle head.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you want his lightsaber, they have it now for all our Ki-Mundi heads out there. Oh, good lord. So we got this, we got Big Head's lightsaber. We got a new pin. We got a new t-shirt. The pin has the V. Moradi on it, your Dave's favorite character. And there's also 2 brand new food offerings at Docking Bay 7, which is the quick service restaurant in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And it appears it's only going to be at Hollywood Studios, which is quite bizarre that we're getting something exclusive, as it's normally Disneyland's that gets this. Starting on June 3rd, 2 new items. The first one is Black Spire Mousse. This treat is white chocolate Jogan fruit mousse. Or Jogan fruit. Jogan fruit mousse set atop a brownie pistachio brittle, served with blue milk sauce, pineapple cream, and hibiscus sponge, all topped with a chocolate Black Spire coin.
I'd try it.
You try it? It's probably $13.95.
I want some Jergen fruit.
Jerkin fruit.
Jerkin fruit.
Jerkin fruit. And then the other one is the Felucian falafel.
The fellatio falafel?
Yeah, fellatio falafel and hummus garden spread.
Yeah, I'll try it.
I'll show my face in it.
I'll try fellatio once anywhere.
I'll let anyone try it with me for sure. This dish features chickpea falafel served with roasted beet hummus and beet tomato cucumber relish, topped with garlic toom sauce, and served with grilled pita. That doesn't sound like space food at all. The other one had jerkin fruit and blue milk sauce.
I don't know. Fellatio while chickpea in my mouth? That sounds good.
Yeah, I guess. You're going to pop that pea and it's going to explode and you're like, don't like that. No thanks. Oh, God. And to close it up in the Magic Kingdom, Country Bear Musical Jamboree. I guess they do also have this coming back. Earlier or late last year, they closed down the Country Bear Jamboree to do a reimagining and update it, because I guess that was also incorrect in some regard.
Incorrect. It was definitely politically incorrect.
And they'll be utilizing just like the old... What it was the old Epcot show that had all the IP music in it? Harmonious? Or is that the current one?
Harmonious is the current one.
Oh, what was the one after Illuminations?
You got me there. I thought it was Illuminations.
Epcot Forever.
Yeah, Illuminations, then Harmonious. I don't know.
And then what's now?
You got... I don't even... I thought...
Oh, God. Oh, God. We're the worst. Let's see. Epcot Nighttime. Oh, it was Harmonious tonight. Now it is Luminous. That's why, because they use the same goddamn names.
Lumos Maximus.
Lumos Maximum. Well, in Harmonious, they had the big Doc Ock arms in the lagoon.
Yep.
And they had a bunch of IP music, much the chagrin of longtime Illumination lovers such as myself. It's like, why would you put this in here? Well, don't worry, friends. They're going to keep doing it. Country Bear Musical Jamboree set list featuring Disney classics revealed. We're going to have all these chip chirping, clap japping country bear beauties singing Disney songs from other Disney movies instead of their original set repertoire. They're going to have music such as A Whole New World from Aladdin, Try Everything, which I don't know what that one's from. And of course, because they couldn't fucking help themselves, the Bare Necessities. Ugh. No, Try Everything's from Zootopia.
Try Everything is from Zootopia. Shakira.
There'll also be You've Got a Friend in Me. Yikes. Yeah, Shakira. I don't think they got Shakira Bear up on stage.
She was a gazelle. Not a bear.
The final day was actually in January 2024, and it's reopening this summer. With all your classic hits, which will not include, as far as I can see, Blood on the Saddle. Everyone's favorite Big Al song.
Blood on the Saddle and All the Guys That Turn Me On, Turn Me Down.
That was one of the songs?
Two best songs. Yeah.
Well, I see why they closed
Little
it.
Bears.
Oh, yeah, the Little Girl Bears.
All the guys that turn me on, turn me down.
Sheesh. And I have one more Disney news story here, David. Breeze Airways Budget Flights is resuming their coast-to-coast destination air travel that they call the Disney to Disney flights. They will fly from Orlando International, MCO, to John Wayne Airport. Tickets starting at $89.
For as little as $89.
Yes. Tickets are available Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and that's a one-way non-stop. That's a hell of a deal. You can get there and back for $200. And when this was originally launched in 2023, first of its kind budget service between Orlando and Santa Ana, and at the time they were offering an introductory rate of $69. Now we're at $89.
69, dude.
And if you're unfamiliar with traveling from Orlando to California to go to Disneyland and Disney California Adventure, those flights can be multiple stops, take several hours, if not a good chunk of your day, despite the time change and gaining some time back, and also be $500-$600 round trip. This here can't remark on the comfort or what the other a la carte options that they'll get you with and nickel and dime if they charge you for baggage and such, which you'll probably need if you're going to California. 89 round trip, $90, $180 round trip. I mean, that's not bad to get over there. And John Wayne
Not
is
at
a
all.
super easy airport to get in and out of, and it's real close to Disneyland. I might look into that. I want to check it out. And then if it's that easy, why not?
I mean, I would definitely drive down there just to go to Disney and then fly over.
Hell yeah, brother. All right, one piece of news from another Orlando park, Seaworld. And it's over at their Discovery Cove section, which is an all-inclusive day resort. Includes food, alcohol, and the water areas. You can do an upcharge experience to swim with the dolphins. Earlier news this week, sadly, there was a 13-year-old girl found unresponsive in the water at the park. Removed from the water in critical condition, quickly transported to local hospital. Unfortunately, later pronounced as deceased, with the accidental cause listed as drowning. Eeh.
Ugh,
Ugh.
that's rough.
Well, I'm wondering how this happened, because I believe
where does it say where at Discovery Cove this happened?
in one of the it said water. It didn't say which water section of the park.
Do they have lifeguards there, correct?
Sorry, was that?
Do they have lifeguards at
Oh yeah,
some
I mean, yeah, they have
snorkel-
plenty of lifeguards, and I mean, I'm long since no longer associated. I was a lifeguard for Discovery Cove for about 2 months.
Did they use Ellis and Associates for the
Yes.
certification?
Yes.
So they have to scan the pool every
Yep.
10 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's
That's rough. That's what I was getting
Crazy.
to. I'm
13-year-old.
asking, how did this happen then?
yeah, that's that, and she was already found unresponsive. That's
Yep, found. According to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to Discovery Cove just before 11:30 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday after reports that a girl had been found unresponsive in a pool.
it's
It's fucking terrible.
It's
And there's a bunch of lifeguards there. I can tell you, as having been one. Granted, it was 10 years ago. They put you through a good amount of training. Like, they're not cutting corners on that part. During the dolphin experience,
Ellis and Associates is pretty
Yeah.
good when it
Yeah.
comes to lifeguarding.
during the dolphin experience, you have a dolphin trainer in there actively working with you. So I doubt it was in that pool.
Yeah, I doubt it was there.
It was
either.
probably not in the snorkeling area, since there's a bunch of people there monitoring, because you're also with wildlife. There is a lazy river with some deep portions, and some of those areas 10 years ago, granted, were difficult to see everything.
I can see it happening in the snorkel area with a wildlife.
Yeah. And there's a
as
larger
somebody
pool
that-
area as well.
As somebody that's an avid scuba diver, and scuba dives professionally for work, you know, when you're snorkeling, you're face down in the water. So it's, you know, it
Could have been sitting
very
there,
easy
just
to-
stacked,
it's
just
very easy to drown.
yeah.
You know, and in that case, you know, it's hard to notice if somebody's face down in the water when they're supposed to be face down in the water. It's hard to notice.
Yeah.
Generally, when a younger person drowns, it's easier to get them back than when an older person drowns. It's easier to get them restable and to, you know, they've got a little bit more survivability as time passes by. So, she would have had she was probably face down for a good while if they couldn't resuscitate.
So what you're saying is, don't be poor, don't be old. This will be the ticket to a nice, enjoyable life.
Don't be poor, don't be old. Never mind. I'm not
Beaver free.
Beaver free.
Free.
Our condolences are with the family.
Yeah, it's terrible, especially at a place like that, since it's supposed to be a very fun, enjoyable experience. Discovery Cove is
Discovery Cove for a lot of people is a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah, it's not
it's
a cheap deal, man. And they do put a lot of care into making sure you have a great time, and it's really unfortunate that the circumstances came out as such. Alrighty, Dave. Time to go over to our favorite part, Universal Talk. We got some Universal news stories.
My favorite park is Cadbury. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about fucking I can't wait to ride the chocolate egg.
All right, so Universal, what do we got?
First one up here, this is relatively new as well. I think this was in the last day or so. They have removed the audio, or at least they've replaced it in the parking garages at Universal Orlando Resort, where you have the 2 parking garages and the 6 different themed ones. And what are those 6, Dave?
So, you have, in the South garage, you have Cat in the Hat, E.T., and Spider-Man. In the North garage, you have King Kong, Jurassic Park, and Jaws. So, it was a good way of mixing it up. In the South garage are all the things that are friendly and kind, and in the North garage are all the things that can kill you.
ET2.
Yeah, unless you've heard the script for ET2, then it's all nice and friendly things.
Yeah.
But no, they separate the garage. South garage is all the things that are kind and friendly. North garage is all the things that can kill you. So South garage is Cat in the Hat, E.T., Spider-Man. North garage is King Kong, Jurassic Park, and Jaws.
What they play in each section?
Yeah, they play the music for the thematic music for each section. So when you go through Jaws, you hear the Jaws music. When you go through Kong, you hear Kong roaring. When you go through Jurassic Park, you hear the Jurassic Park music. When you park in ET, you hear the brilliant Steven Spielberg.
John Williams.
It was John Williams music.
I hear Steven, he's here.
When you park in Cat in the Hat, you hear the dun 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 dun.
It's like the Seuss Landing theme.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you park in Spider-Man, I think it's kind of Marvel Superhero Island.
It's the music. Exit music in the Spider-Man gift shop.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Yeah,
if you haven't parked there to this day, you're not going to hear that music anymore.
And as far as we are aware, they've taken it all out. And it really made you feel like, I'm here, instead of being in this big concrete block. The theme has started. I'm in the theme park. Here is some of the excitement and joy and fun being immediately instilled into my day. I'm happy to be here. And now they've removed it. There seems to be no music at all. There's a generic spiel that comes on. I've not heard it. I didn't listen all too much when I parked today. I also had my headphones in because I was listening to another podcast, not ours, of course. Never listened to this. The spiel is as follows. Welcome to Universal. Hello. Welcome to Universal.
Welcome to Soren.
It says, welcome to Universal Orlando Resort. Please make note of where you've parked. To access City Walk, Universal Studios Florida, and Islands of Adventure, please proceed to the Level 3 walkway. Information for all parks can be found by downloading the Universal Orlando app. Please watch your step. I don't know, they'd say watch your step.
The moving walkways are right there.
Well, they changed that as well.
Yeah, well, fuck those moving walkways. I call them the standing walkways.
Oh, God, fuck off. Don't stand on the moving walkway.
As known as the calf scrape walkways.
It's a hard night special, especially the escalators going up from the bus drop off.
Yeah.
God, that one's long. Do you remember the original almost recent spiel when the walkways were like, what would they say? It was iconic. Please watch your step. Please, the movie walkway is coming to an end.
The moving walkway's coming in. Please watch your step.
Yep.
Por favor, Santa se montate solo.
They've changed that as well. It now says, follow the walkway to security screening and access to City Walk, Universal Studios Florida, and Islands of Adventure. Please watch your step. Did they have to dumb it down because people were getting lost in the garages? They didn't know where to go to get to the theme park, to get to security, to get to City Walk. Was there an issue where we have roaming hordes of now homeless, unhoused people who just live in the garages because they couldn't figure out how to get into the park?
Well, I got lost there for 3 years one time. So yeah, it could happen.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. There was a thought line tossed out. I don't think this is true. There's no way this is true, that they're getting rid of the IPs for the garages and they're going to make them standard. Garage A, Garage B, Lot 1, Lot 2, Lot 3.
I don't see that happening.
No.
I don't see that happening. It's been like that since they built the garages. And for those that don't know, never mind. Marty! But the garage...
Sorry about that.
See it happening. Marty!
I didn't see what time it is. Producer Brennan's getting home, and Marty's having a fucking freak out. Too much fellatio talk, man. She's like, where's my Beaver? Changing classic things. Again, people are averse to change. Don't like it. I want to hear JP music. I want to hear Kong screaming. I want to hear Jaws.
I just don't see it happening. Those garages were the biggest parking structure in North America for the longest time, and they opened with Kong, Jaws, and Jurassic Park, so I don't see that happening.
Right. We'll see. We'll see if they're redoing it, maybe upgrading the audio quality, since that audio's been there since Islands of Adventure opened 25 years ago, right?
I used to, 25 years ago, a few days ago.
Correct.
I used to drive around those parking garages for hours at work and would listen to the music and just drive around.
That's all you had. That's all you got.
Yep.
Speaking of the 25th anniversary for Islands of Adventure, great segue there, Dave. They have introduced a new outdoor seating area lounge right outside Mythos in the little cave alcove, right directly to the right of the entrance in the Lost Continent area. Mythos, great sit-down restaurant. I've always enjoyed it. The menu's changed over the years. They've removed a lot of the really good stuff. They used to have this delicious buffalo barbecue chicken wrap, and inside the wrap they had mashed potatoes. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. So fucking good. Now, as mentioned, it's a full sit-down restaurant. Confisco's has a walk-up bar where you can get to-go drinks. And over on Studio side, Finnegan's has a walk-up bar that you can get to-go drinks. Lombard's does not have one, and Mythos does not have one. With this lounge, it makes it a little easier. Where they have, I think they only have 6 tables, 4 tops each. And they will let you know you can go up, and you have to get seated. You can't just walk up, unfortunately. That you can sit outside the lounge, and then it's only cocktails and mocktails, no food. So this is the best you're going to get for a walk-up bar service. And the drinks are the same that you would find inside of Mythos, including a drink called Poseidon's Fury that's still on there, and the Mythos Potion of the Gods, which is a fan favorite, as well as a couple others.
I think I've had Potion of the Gods.
Yeah. A coconut rum, orange, Captain Morgan, black raspberry liqueur, cranberry pineapple juices, and a float of hurricane proof aged rum. Big deal alcohol there. And it looks like they got about a dozen different drinks. Also, for the 25th anniversary of Islands of Adventure, they have dueling mocktails. Choose thy fate. They have the Pyrock and Blizzrock, of course. Pyrock is your Fire Wizard strawberry puree and lemonade dueling with raspberry essence. What is that? Garnished with lychee boba dragon eggs. What is raspberry essence? Like they flick a raspberry and whatever comes off it. It's where you get the essence of a raspberry.
That's that's a way to name it so they can make it more expensive.
It's $11.
Yep.
And then the Blizzrock. Blue curacao, Sprite, and fresh lime juice dueling with mint essence garnished with lychee boba dragon eggs. Is there one of those that you prefer over the other?
Ooh, I'm not a big... we're good. I'm going to go with the Pyrock. I'm not a huge fan of minty drinks. I don't mind a mojito.
Love the
now
mint.
and again.
Give me the mint. Gotta get the mint.
No, I don't know. Actually, it's not the mint that's throwing me off. It's the blue curacao.
It's bizarre that they're putting that in there.
Well, they got to make it blue somehow, and blue curacao is the way to go with that.
Blue food coloring, way cheaper.
Yeah.
Or, up here they have, I guess that has alcohol in it. The raspberry liqueur. Never mind. Not a mocktail. I get the Blizzrock. Get the Sprite out of there. Just put club soda. Be done with it.
The rum sounds good.
Rum.
The Pyrock rum.
Pyrock rum. Over in City Walk, a couple things happening over here. The former Cinnabon and Quiet Flight stores are fully gutted down to the supporting columns. There are no walls left. Some cool angles from the second floor of City Walk by Red Coconut Club and the BK Lounge and the top floor of not Catfish. Cowfish, absolutely. The place is completely gutted. It's all gone. Like you wouldn't even know what was there beforehand. Permits lead us to believe this will be an expansion of the Universal Studios store, which is currently on the other side of the building. And
I can see that because it's not. Yeah. It's not that large. I could see them expanding that.
So. Right, they're gonna add a couple things, make it bigger. And
why have third parties selling shit when you can sell your own shit?
Right.
So
and that's why they got rid of a lot of those stores years ago. Slowly phased them out and then put the big studio store in. Which there was some fun little like kitschy stores in. They had a full actual comic book shop. They had a pop culture shop. They had some dress and clothing boutiques, which were fun.
Yeah, but at the same time, when a tourist comes to Orlando, the rule for my kids is always, you can get a souvenir. You don't have much of a price limit, but it's going to be a universal souvenir.
Better say universal on it.
It's going to be a universal-esque souvenir.
Right.
So,
right.
We're not going in there to buy some random third-party shit that you can get at home. If you're getting a souvenir, I'm willing to pay, the $80 for the Loungefly. I'm willing to pay the extra price for a lot of the shit, but I'm not paying for shit that you can get at home. So
yeah, Mr. Universal's getting his due.
Yeah, if we're getting a souvenir, it's gonna be a damn Universal themed souvenir,
and I get my full discount on this, opposed to the third party crap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Also in City Walk, and we're running up on time. I don't think we're gonna have time for voicemails tonight. That's okay.
It's fine. We can also, if you'd rather, we could skip the spec map for Hornets because not much has changed on that.
Yeah, but we don't have time. We have time for only like 2 more things.
Okay, then let's go. Let's go with it.
Okay. Also in City Walk, it is June 1st, at time of recording. Happy Pride Month to all our friends and allies. Love you very much. Keep doing your thing. Keep expressing yourself and don't ever stop. Don't ever be anyone but who you truly are.
Do not change. You are loved. You are welcome. Be yourself.
Go get that beaver. City Walk invites you to celebrate. Love is universal, of course. Not that this is a prize. They're going to capitalize on Pride allies and such. They have a full Pride lineup, as does Disney. I mean, there's some good merchandise. I get some nice things every year myself.
Mm-hmm.
Up in Red Coconut Club, the seasonal nightclub at City Walk, Thursdays and Friday nights, they're going to have a celebrated Pride get together with exclusive drinks, merchandise, DJ, and live entertainment. I might go check that out this week. That'd be after the show.
If I were there,
comes out. Yeah, I'll go check it out. Red Coconut's always super themed. It probably won't be to the level as your Mardi Gras, Halloween, or Christmas bars that they put up there. Still cool to see anytime there's a new offering, such as a drink or food. It's nice to change it up for us locals who get really inundated with the usuals, right?
Yeah.
So Thursdays and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. And the final piece over at Universal City Walk, which is, wow, we got so much happening there right now. They announced, that is Universal Orlando Resort, that the Universal Epic Universe Preview Center will open this June, this month. Within the next 30 days, next 29 days, the Preview Center for our new park will be open in City Walk that has taken over the old Universal Legacy store. And this will feature the model that has been shown off in the different reveal videos, the giant full, the scale model, but the physical model will be in the store for you to go look at in depth. And they'll also be using some augmented reality so you get to explore all the different worlds at Epic Universe, Super Nintendo, Wizarding World, Dark Universe, How to Train Your Dragon, and Celestial Park. Merchandise and photo opportunities will be included.
So this Halloween, I'm going to be getting to Orlando on Halloween. I'm going to go to You and Me Hot Pot. I'm going to eat at You and Me Hot Pot. Probably around noon. And then I'm going straight to Universal to check into my hotel. I'm going to City Walk, and I'm going to go get a Fat Tuesday and a peanut butter and jelly old fashioned, and I'm going to walk inside Epic Universe Preview Center and just stand in there until Horror Night starts.
Breathing it in.
I'm going to
breathe it
enjoy
in,
that.
baby.
Because I never got to go to the IOA Preview Center. So
no, I don't think I did either.
I've seen
I think
pictures and video, but I want to check it out. I want to see what it's like to go to a preview center for a new park, because if you don't get to check this out, chances are you're not going to check out a preview center for Universal for many
Epic Universe
years,
2.
If ever again.
No, there'll be another Universal park, I'm sure. Disney, don't know.
Universal's very landlocked.
No, they had over in the land by Epic. They have enough land to build another park
for a fourth kid. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's still going to be many years before you get the opportunity to do this again.
Oh yeah.
So if you get the opportunity to be there, go check it out, because it's going to be many years before this opportunity comes up again.
I wasn't living in Florida when they were doing the preview center for Islands of Adventure, which was located in Universal Studios next to, at the time, Confrontation, which is now the Mummy.
Yes.
Inside the Macy's building.
I went to Universal and Disney probably 5 or 6 times a year before IOA opened, but I was very young. Young enough to not really care what was coming in the future. And my parents were not big theme park nerds either, but we went all the time,
Right.
But not enough to be like, hey, let's go in there and check that out. So as far as I remember, we did not go in there. I do remember being in Orlando and going to Universal and seeing the construction of Islands of Adventure as a young kid. But I don't remember us going into the preview center. So I was there when the preview center would have been opened, because I did see the construction of IOA while I was at Universal, but I don't remember going in the preview store. So
yeah, we would travel down from Pennsylvania every year for a Disney trip. We would not always go to Universal Studios, and I don't believe we would have gone in 1998 when the preview center was open for that particular trip. So we completely missed it.
We always did at least one day at Universal, and I remember I hated it as a kid because I would close my eyes and ears on the Jaws attraction.
Well, yeah, me too. Scary as shit, man. The Jaws inside in the boathouse? Oh.
Dude, I remember that shark getting a lot closer than it actually did. And maybe it's because when I was very young, I rode whenever the shark actually did latch onto the boat, and it scared the shit out of me. So, because before 93, the shark actually did quote unquote bite the boat. Because there was no boathouse scene of the Jaws attraction, because so the Jaws attraction at park opening and the Jaws attraction in 93 were completely different attractions.
Well, I remember they had to redo it. I didn't realize they added an entire building.
Yeah, the boathouse was not there during the opening attraction.
I'll have to see there's a video of that.
Yeah, the shark actually bit onto the boat in that scene and drug the boat, which physically makes no sense when you're looking at marine biology. Sharks don't do that, but yeah, it was a completely different attraction. So maybe that's what scared the shit out of me. But I do remember growing up being so petrified.
Oh, I would plead, don't put me on the side.
Confrontation was my favorite attraction as a child. But I hated the day we went to Universal every time we went down there because I had to get on the Jaws attraction. My parents made me every time, and I would close my ears and close my eyes. But I do remember pulling in the parking lot when it was just the basic parking lot before they built the parking structures, the garages, and seeing the coaster construction of IOA. But I never did. I don't remember going through the preview center, and that's not something my parents would have been interested in anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's a video that's been floating around from an old camcorder when that preview center was open, and I watched the beginning of it. It looks so cool, and they give you a little passport, and you got the stamp at each of the islands that were opening at the time, and a great little take home. I'm sour we didn't go. Not that it would matter. I'm sure that would have been thrown away years ago.
I don't see something like this happening with Epic.
No, it's augmented reality. It's all going to be on your phone. There's no. There might be some merchandise saying Preview Center on it, which will be
when you
nice.
look at it. Before Islands of Adventure opened, and even after Islands of Adventure opened, Universal was in the red. They were freaking out. It wasn't until Harry Potter. They used Horror Nights every year to get them
out of the red,
into the clear,
into the black,
red, into the black, and. Even after IOA opened, they were still the majority of the year in the red. And if you don't know, in the red means you're financially hurting. You're not getting the business you need.
You're not making money.
You're not making money.
Not making money.
And
don't be poor.
they were, it's more likely that they did these cool takeaways whenever they were in the red and they're trying to get publicity. And even when IOA opened, they thought they were going to get out of the red, but no, they did not. It was not the hit that everybody wanted. Until the Wizarding World of Harry Potter
that they were very profitable majority of the year instead of the last 2 months. Shit. Hope Horror Nights is good.
Yep. So,
this will be opening sometime this month. Can also expect, as they've been following along with the other reveals, we should be getting another world announced this month with a full fly-through. We might be getting some more details on the Helios Grand Hotel, which, goddamn, I can't wait. And
I can see you and I going back and forth from Big Fire to the preview center while we wait.
Just standing there with standing there with old fashioned, looking at it. Oh.
I can see us going back and forth and going through multiple times on Halloween.
Oh, I can't. I don't want to be anywhere but living inside there. I want to sleep on the model.
Yep.
Oh my god, I'm excited. I whatever day they announce it will be the opening day. I'll be there for the preview. The preview center.
I will not.
Nah, but I'll be sure to talk about it with you.
Oh yes.
Related to Epic Universe, and then we'll close out with our Wall of Shame. Halloween and voicemails next week. Sorry, friends. Thank you for your submissions. Don't worry. We'll get you your prizes, your gifts, and if there's any more voicemails that come in, we'll get you those out as well. Unfortunately, we've already had one naming IP succumb to trademark copyright. Starfall Racers, the premier coaster over at Epic Universe, has now been forced to rename to Stardust Racers due to trademark infringement.
So instead of Starfall, we're getting Cody Rhodes Racers?
Yep, Cody Rhodes. Adrenaline
Stardust
in my soul. Can't name the coaster that at all. I think Universal could have fought this harder. They didn't want to spend the money, and it's easier to just say Stardust Racers for a park that's not even open yet. The only people that are going to care are those who have an unhealthy attraction to the name Starfall Racers, so something they've never been on that's not complete.
To me, this is a here nor there. I
prefer the name
same coaster.
Starfall Racers. I'm sure
Yeah.
Stardust will grow on me. I could be one of those real guys like, yeah, I liked it when it was Starfall, and I'm only going to call it Starfall, just like I call it MGM and I call it Downtown Disney.
20 years from now, that'll be one of our Easter eggs.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did
Starfall
you know?
Racers was the original name.
I'm sure Stardust is fine, guys. It's okay. I promise. A little bit of the backstory before we close out tonight. The change comes after Starfall Education Foundation filed a lawsuit in the Colorado District Court earlier this month, claiming that Universal misappropriated the Starfall brand to target and attract children aggressively. And due to Universal's aggressive marketing schemes, this could negatively impact the Starfall Education Foundation. As Starfall Education originally filed for its trademark in 2006, and it's an online education tool. They have mini games, and one of the mini games is Starfall Racers,
Oh my God.
where you're racing cars and doing some math arithmetic.
Opening day, I'm showing up with a sign that says, I'm just here for Starfall Racers.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get my custom made shirt. Bring back Starfall. I'm not gonna, then please don't, for our audience, those who listen, don't go negative reviewing and review bombing Starfall Education. They didn't do anything. They're just doing their legal right that they need to maintain their thing. Not that I see that there's a great crossover between the two, because one's in Colorado, one's in Florida, one's a website for education, one's a goddamn roller coaster. I understand it's the search engine. When you go on Google, if you Google Starfall Racers, you're not going to get Colorado's education thing.
No, you're going to get Universal.
Right. They've already changed the name on the website. They're changing the name on the sign because that's already been fabricated. They got to get a new sign made.
Mm-hmm.
So they've changed it. I think they're going to go and just let it be Stardust. It's easier on everybody. However, the court case continues until July 30th. They'll have a conference on that day to have final settlements, which will probably be Universal having to pay out a little bit to Fart Education because they used the name for a couple months already. 2024 to 2024, RIP, in pieces, Starfall Racers, Universal Epic Universe. Alrighty, Dave. We got some stuff. Save it for next week, which is not a bad thing. I don't think it's going to be too busy of a news week. Next week, there is maybe talk of an IP announcement for Halloween Horror Nights next week on June 6th. That's Thursday, which will be good for the show. We'll see. But let's hit it. We got Easter egg and wall of shame. Easter egg, first up. What do you got? You want to do yours?
So my Easter egg is, and I didn't realize not many people knew this, but in Disney World, they have the utilidors that run under the Magic Kingdom that allow people to get to their individual lands without being seen in costume in other lands. Well, a lot of people didn't know that, but Universal also has utilidors, but they are not under the park. They are under City Walk. They have a whole eatery for lunch breaks down there, and then they also use that for a lot of the food prep and a lot of stuff for the restaurants. But a lot of people didn't know that there was a whole underground area under City Walk, and I noticed that people did not know that online, so I figured I'd share that here. I spent a lot of time down in those utilidors.
In the dungeons and the depths of the utilidor Universal.
There are green rooms down there for celebrities. There's also an executive parking garage where somebody like the former CEO Bill Davis would park their vehicle and stuff like that. A lot of the celebrities come through that area to park their vehicles. They don't park in the main garage. They don't park backstage. They park there in City Walk, and they utilize the utilidors to get from point A to point B. But it's nothing too special. It's just some white walls, some kitchen prep areas, and then a bistro area where you can get food. It's not themed at all.
No.
Nothing too special. Don't need to sneak down there. It's very easy to get down there if you wanted to get down there. You could actually probably... Never mind.
You can see they get a lot of deliveries down there. You can see one of the bays if you're exiting Royal Pacific and you look straight across towards the park. You can see one of the bays where they come in and out.
And if you're walking if you've ever walked from Royal Pacific or Cabana Bay and you're using the walk and you walk up next to the entrance by Margaritaville, if you look over to your right, that's right in the general area where the executive parking is. It leads to that understage area underneath all the restaurants.
Very cool.
So,
That's only in City Walk. Does not spread to the rest of
only
the,
in City Walk.
the resort.
It does.
Nope.
The actual parks themselves do not have any underground walkways.
Nope. It's a lot of walking backstage around baseline.
Yep.
Far. Very cool, Dave. Yeah, I didn't think that people wouldn't know about that one either.
And not a lot of people do.
No. Easter egg over here for me on the Bill side of the microphone. There's a couple tributes over in Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure as it replaced 2 attractions, one being Dueling Dragons and then the reskin of Dragon's Challenge. When you're walking through here, you can see inside the queue a weathered art piece that has the Fire Dragon and the Ice Dragon with the words Dueling Club interspaced between them with a throwback, and they're in the same positions that they were for the statues of Dueling Dragons back when the park opened with the original attraction. Featuring them. So you see them in the queue, and then also inside the main Hagrid's queue, when you're with the different magical creature, artifacts, and eggs, you can find one of the golden eggs from the Triwizard Tournament that was featured in the Dragon's Challenge queue back when that ride overlay was functioning. So there's 2 nice little throwbacks to the previous attractions that occupied that physical footprint that Hagrid's now resides in.
Yeah,
those are easy.
A lot of the queues you go through Universal are going to have throwbacks to other attractions. So I like that Easter egg.
Yeah, we talked about Jaws a number of times with Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
I don't know about any Twister stuff where Jimmy Fallon's at.
Yeah, there is a mention of Twister in the Jimmy Fallon queue, if I'm not mistaken.
Fimmy Jallin.
Fimmy Jallin.
Fimmy Jallin. Yeah, some good Easter eggs this week. Wall of Shame time. Let's hit him with it.
If you want to leave your own wall of shame, he already told you. 407-490-2220. Leave us wall of shame. My wall of shame is for the person who posted on the Halloween Horror Nights page.
Oh my
God. Floridians should get their own night of Horror Nights. Only Floridians allowed because we're special. No, the fuck we're not. Chill the fuck out. No. Why would a business do that to themselves? Why would they say, no, only Floridians are allowed tonight?
Oh
no.
my God.
Not going to happen. They're not going to sit there and check everybody's ID to come in there. Second of all, you're not going to fill the park up just for Floridians on one special night. I wouldn't go just to boycott it. Why would you say some stupid shit like that?
Boycott it. Holy shit. Well, it's dumb. They're not going to make their money. They have to charge an astronomical amount for that to be viable, more than the other private events that are offered to the public. I just don't understand the logic. Just very entitled. Little shit stain entitled.
Florida residents already get so many perks at the parks. Quit pushing it. Be grateful for what you get. Like, what? That's like an annual pass holder saying, well, my entrance is more important. I should get front of the line access for every ride because I'm an annual pass holder.
Oh, those conversations have been had before. Florida residents should get one express pass per day for one ride. No! What the fuck? You're going to give away the upcharge experience? What are you doing?
No. Not going to
Absolutely not. It is wild, man. It is wild. I can't believe it. I can. I'm upset that it exists, though.
Yes.
Same with Horror Night should have an adult-only night, which...
No, fuck that. My kids love
Well, that's because you got kids now. If you didn't have kids, you'd be all about it.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter if you make an adult night or not. The attractions are still the same. It's not like they're going to up-gore the attractions,
Up-gore.
I guess so. I do think that they should do nobody under the age of 17 is allowed in unaccompanied by a chaperone, but they don't need to make a strictly adult night. When I take my kids, they behave. They understand it's an adult night. They shut their mouth and they go where I tell them to go, because it's not meant for, the event's not meant for minors. Now, I don't agree with an adults only night. I do think that anybody under the age of 18 needs to be supervised, but I don't agree with adults only.
Yeah, and you're being a good dad, not trying to sneak alcohol to your kids.
No, and it's not like they're going to, if they have an adults only night, it's not like they're going to up the gore, up the language, change the event.
I got you.
So why make an adults only night? Just have your kids fucking act like decent human beings.
Tough ask.
Yeah, I know.
Don't be poor. Don't be old. Don't be an asshole.
And don't have shitty's kids.
Don't have shitty's kids. Wall of shame for me. And I see this pretty frequently. We're in Florida. We're by Cape Canaveral, by NASA. They have many rocket launches. This is not an uncommon thing. Why do people on theme park social media feel so invigorated, so fucking compelled to post, hey y'all, there's going to be a rocket launch today at 12:25 p.m. for NASA's Starlander. Why? Who cares? Why? This has no relevance to Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, or any theme park. Oh. Who could give a shit? I'm here for theme park information. I'm here for theme park conversation. Not for you to tell me, hey, something completely unrelated. Here's a fucking rocket going off. I'm sure if I'm outside at the theme park enjoying my day, I'm going to see this in the peripheral of my eye. I'm going to see the goddamn rocket. Stop wasting these posts. Why is there 200 likes on this thing? Why are there 50 comments? And they're posting pictures from, oh, I saw one from a year ago on here.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
That's stupid. Makes
Stop
no sense.
posting your shit. And then some dumbass posting AI art of, yep, rocket was great. Fucking muted. Stupid fucking post. Shame on you. You're an idiot.
That is, I don't get it.
I can't stand it.
People just want to be the center of the conversation. That's it. So.
I'm sure they couldn't give less of a shit about the NASA program. I'm sure they're not voting for people who will increase the budget for NASA or even know what NASA does.
They just want to be the center of the conversation.
Oh, a lot of mad tonight, Dave. A lot of mad.
Hey, before we log off, everyone would say hey to everybody and tell them that she's excited for Horror Nights. So,
okay, one of our favorite little dudes, our listener.
Hi.
That was terrible, Avery.
Hi.
Dave, you got to hit her with the shame. That's live shame on my.
Your next week's wall of shame, dumbass. My 10-year-old is next week's dumbass wall of shame.
Why?
Hi.
She said, I want to say hi. Well,
Hi.
obviously, no, the fuck you didn't.
And now it is time
Sorry
for us
about
to say goodbye. It's been episode 18.
Avida bitches.
Avida arrivederci. We'll talk about Horror Nights updates, hopefully a new IP announcement next week. We'll talk about the Horror Nights premium upcharge event coming out, which may have gone on sale by the time next week's show's episode 19, when that show's published. The upcharge event will already have been posted and sold out. We'll post stuff on socials for it. And we'll talk about Kidzone. What's happening with Kidzone Pizza Company? A little bit of teaser for next week. Dave,
I will not be Beaver free next week.
Ooh.
So next week is Beaver City, baby.
Head first into the Beebs.
Diving into your beebs.
Justin, get your hair flip ready, because I'm coming for you.
Fucking leave it to Beaver, baby.
And we'll see you in the park.